Hey, tribe, and welcome to this week's episode. Welcome back to the Date Thyself community. For those of you who are subscribed here, thank you so much for being part of this community. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I am Coach Jocelyn, the Date Thyself coach, and I help professional women to put themselves first so they can have healthy personal and professional relationships. This week, I wanted to start off talking about mental and spiritual health. And the reason why I wanted to start off with this subject is because it is our mindset and our habits that get us to our goals, whether it be physical, whether it be professional. No matter where our goals are set, we have to have the correct mindset and we have to create habits of consistency in order to reach those goals. My goal is to help you to live a life that you love and enjoy. I want you to have the best relationships, have the best job. I want you to enjoy what it is that you do and get the most out of life and have fulfillment. But in order to do that, we must start off with our mental and spiritual health, right? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we want to fix everything else. We put our mental health and our spiritual health on the back burner, not knowing that our mental and our spiritual health creates our identity. It helps us to be more confident because it builds your confidence. It helps you to know more of what you want. And it helps to ground you when you need to be grounded again. When life around you is all over the place and you like, I don't know what to do. The techniques that you pick up and the habits that you create keeps you stable and keeps your mindset great and focused on the things that you say that you want, right? So that's why I wanted to start with mental and spiritual health. So I hope you got your journal and a pen, and let's dive right in. So the first thing I want to focus on is a morning routine. So I know you like really a morning routine that has to do with mental and spiritual health. Absolutely. The first thing that I would recommend is to make your bed. And the reason why I recommend that is because it gives you clarity and it also gives you the excitement of an achievement, right? A lot of people don't make their bed, but not only does making your bed make your space look clean and nice, but it also gives your mind clarity. It jumpstarts your mind for the day and says, bedtime is over. It is time to get this day started, right? And when your space is clear, so is your mind. If you didn't know, your space is a reflection of what's going on in your mind. So if you're feeling all over the place, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed and cloudy, usually your space looks the same. There will be piles of clothes everywhere, and your bed will be unmade. Your bathroom won't be tidy. The kitchen won't be tidy. Like everything will be all over the place. So the first step to getting that clarity and clearing your mental space is to make your bed. Number 2, I want you to include some type of spiritual practice. For me, it is prayer, meditation, and journaling, and not necessarily in that order. But I start off my morning with a devotional. So I will begin to read a particular scripture because I'm a Christian. So I start off with a particular scripture and prayer and also journaling. When I journal, it gives me an opportunity to meditate. It gives me an opportunity to contemplate and think about what it is that I just read, and also for me to internalize it, right? But journaling is also an opportunity for you to get your mind in the right space. A lot of times we have trouble sleeping or getting started in our day because we haven't released the things that have been on our mind. It's not good to just keep it in your head. I'm going to be very honest with you. I love to go ahead and just get it out there and get it off my chest. And journaling is a safe space for you. So I would recommend journaling, and whatever your spiritual practice is, do something in your spiritual practice, be it yoga, be it meditation, whatever it is, practice your spiritual practice. Take about 15 to 30 minutes to do it. You can start off with just 15 minutes a day. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, coach, where am I going to find the time? But I don't want you to find the time. I want you to actually make the time, because this is important for you. You want to start your day off right. And the only way that you can do that is by putting yourself first, right? So I want you to include that in your morning routine. And then you can begin your day by showering and preparing for your day. Hopefully you've already picked out your outfits the night before so that you're not in a rush. And that's another reason why I want you to create a routine, is because when you create this routine, it prevents you from rushing in the morning, because that is not good for our mental health. Stressing is so mentally stressful, right? When you're rushing and you're all over the place, you can't remember where you put your keys, you don't know where your purse is, or things like that. You want to get yourself organized the night before so that you're mentally prepared for the day, right? So that's something that I want you to do. Get you a morning routine that puts your spiritual health and your mental health first. Number 2 is I want you to get a therapist or get some self-help books. Now, I would love for all of us to have a therapist, because let me tell you, I'm all about Jesus and therapy, okay? I believe in spiritual practice, but I also believe in mental health practices as well, because mental health practices give you practical ways to ground yourself, to reflect, and to be like, okay, what is it that I'm feeling and what can I do about that? So if you can, see a therapist once a month. If you cannot, get you a self-help book that you can read. I like to read at least 2 books a month. I'm working on it. I am a work in progress. I am at about 1.5 right now, depending on the type of space that I make to read. But I want you to take the time to actually read some self-help books and actually implement them. Don't just read them, but implement what they are saying, because this way you can create habits of consistency, and you will have new techniques in your arsenal when you need to ground yourself at work when you're angry and you're like, they are getting on my last nerve on this job. How can I ground myself? You will have the techniques to do that, right? So I want you, if you can, to even check it out at work. There are usually programs at work that will pay for the first 3 to 5 sessions, so you'll get them for free. But I recommend you seeing a therapist at least once a month, and or supplementing with self-help books. And don't forget to journal along as you go along in this process, right? Number 3 is kind of back to what I first said, and that is to declutter your space. You want to declutter your space for maximum clarity, right? Like I said, your space is a reflection of what is going on in your mind, right? So we want our minds to be in the best place. And sometimes, we can just come home and just throw off the day, right? We'll throw things all over the place. But I want you to take the time, take 10 minutes a day to kind of tidy up your space. Make a routine of being able to do that so that you're not overwhelmed on the weekend, or you're not overwhelmed on your cleaning day and saying, oh my gosh, I got so much to do. I love to have my life free of overwhelm as much as possible, right? And routines and habits create that space for you to do that. Okay? So what other tips do you have? For me, of course, I'm a coach, so I also have books of my own that are workbooks that help me to work through some of the things that I'm going through. So I want to recommend to you my free guide. It is down in the description box. This free guide will help you to get on track to determine what are your goals, which direction do you want to head in, and then let's get the mindset that we're going to need to actually prepare for these goals, right? Because I believe that your goals are the roadmap to the life that you say that you desire. But I also believe that your mindset is the vehicle that helps you to get there, right? And so are your habits. Your habits is that gas that gets your mindset ready to get you to the life that you say that you want, right? I hope that analogy made sense. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? I want us to be consistent, okay? So take some time today and over the next few days, to journal about these things, to prepare yourself a morning routine that will help you to get you to the life that you desire. Okay. And if you want more about an evening routine, I can get into that as well. But we'll probably get back into that when we talk about physical health and self-care on the next video. So, as always, if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with those you know who need to hear this and those you want to help along the way as well. So, I love you guys to life. Have an awesome day, and I will see you again. Bye.